This is Gospel Music Today. We are at the National Quartet Convention, and sitting here with me is Phyllis Heil, who goes by another maybe more well-known name as the Whistling Woman. And Phyllis, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Now I know we're going to get a little sample of your talent, but how did this develop? How did you become the Whistling Woman?
Well, I learned to whistle as a child, but my mother never allowed me to whistle. She said a whistling woman and a crowing hen always come to some bad end. So, but I whistled around when I was working, and someone heard me at church and said, "You need to do that in the sanctuary." And the next service that came up was a funeral, so I was singing with the quartet and whistled the chorus. And my husband was working the sound, and he noticed the calm it brought over the people and knew the effect whistling could have. And someone told me about the International Whistlers Convention and that I should go and compete, and I'd never heard of it. So I learned classical music, and then for popular I did Southern Gospel, and I competed in 2004, and as I say, the rest is history.
And now you just briefly mentioned when we were talking before about a whistling school. Is that...
There's a one-day school before the convention for people who have never whistled or maybe have whistled a little bit to try to hone their skill or to learn technique as far as holding a microphone, that kind of thing.
And this gift has taken you just everywhere, I guess.
Basically, from coast to coast. We travel the same as the other gospel quartets or soloists. In churches, senior events, benefits, done funerals. It has been a tremendous journey. The way God has used whistling and me, I'm so humbled and so honored that He would use me and whistling for His glory. But I've seen His hand on our ministry so many times.
And you've been on stage with I guess the ultimate place for a Southern gospel artist. You've been there with Bill Gaither.
Yes, I was so honored. Mr. Gaither asked me on stage at one of his homecoming concerts, actually a couple of them. And of course I went and was more than happy to go, just honored.
That is wonderful. Now where are you based?
Hickory, North Carolina.
And how much do you travel?
Quite a bit. Last year I was from Texas to Pennsylvania.
And the Whistling Woman's website is?
thewhistlingwoman.com.
Okay. Now we're going to ask you to give us a little sample of that whistling. Would that be all right?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. I'll let you hold the mic.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That is beautiful, and you must run into people like me all the time who never would have even imagined that a talent like that exists. That's just beautiful.
Thank you. I do. People, when I say I'm a whistler or a whistler is coming to their church, they think a whistler until they hear it. And I usually whistle with background music and share testimony. But as I said, it's been an amazing journey. I whistle for people who were dying, people who were sick, and then and the brighter things, and when people can worship God and praise God.
That's great.
Thank you.
Phyllis, thank you very much for talking to us on Gospel Music Today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
There's more coming up on Gospel Music Today.